we had we have read Surah Al-Baqarah up to verse 86. So we're going to begin with verse 87. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وَلَقَدْ آتَيْنَا مُوسَى الْكِتَابَ وَقَفَّيْنَا مِنْ بَعْدِهِ بِالرُّسُلِ. And we gave Moses the book and followed up after him with messengers after messengers. So the first half of Surah Al-Baqarah, which is the longest surah of the Quran, the Almighty is addressing the children of Israel, in particular the Jews, telling them that your attitude of arrogance and a false sense of superiority is not based on any solid grounds. Because your history shows that time and again, whenever you committed wrong, the Almighty punished you. And He arranged for you guidance through messengers over and over again. And each time guidance was provided to you, some of you, or many of you, went against that guidance. So what are you talking about? That you are chosen people and you don't need to believe in anything else, and that you are the favorites of the Almighty. So, this misunderstanding that was causing the Jews to not believe in the Quran, because they thought that the Quran was coming to them from a man who belonged to the children of Ismail. So why should we believe? So the Quran is telling them that, okay, behave yourself. You've been doing wrongs in the past in your history, which you're so very proud of. Don't repeat those mistakes. So the Quran says that we gave Moses the book, that is Torah, and we sent after him messengers after messengers. Why? To remind them about the covenants that the Quran mentioned in the previous verses, that they needed to be taken seriously and followed. وَآتَيْنَا عِيسَى ابْنِ مَرْيَمَ الْبَيِّنَاتِ. And we gave Jesus, the son of Mary, clear signs. That is, after many prophets who came to the children of Israel, after Musa alayhi salam, Isa alayhi salam was their last prophet. So as far as the history of children of Israel is concerned, Isa alayhi salam was their last prophet. And as far as the history of humanity is concerned, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was the last prophet. So he came, and he came with very clear signs. The kind of miracles that Isa alayhi salam was provided with, Jesus was provided with, they were unparalleled. وَأَيَّدْنَاهُ بِرُوحِ الْقُدُسِ. And we supported him with the Holy Spirit. That is, those miracles came about because he had the support of the Holy Spirit. The chief angel, Jibreel alayhi salam. God can do everything himself, but he has a system, he has a way of doing it. So he appointed Jibreel alayhi salam to be by the side of Isa alayhi salam, and these, miracles became a reality. The Quran keeps mentioning about Ruhul Qudus, the Holy Spirit, because the Jews, when they saw those miracles, they started blaming Jesus alayhi salam to have been supported by Satan. Actually, there are different names given. Beelzebul, that was another name given. Lucifer is another name given. The fallen angel is another name given. So they accused him of having been supported by an evil spirit. So the Almighty corrects him that it was the Holy Spirit. It's very strange that when humans do not want to accept something, no matter how clear the signs, they come up with some excuse. So this is what they said, that, okay, these are some very amazing, spectacular things that are happening, but what is so special about it? This man, God forbid, is possessed by an evil spirit. So the Almighty says, no. We supported him with the Holy Spirit. Is it not that each time a messenger brought a message that conflicted with your desires, you showed arrogance? So this question is being raised, and they are being informed about their past, that they were Jews, children of Israel, children of prophets. And yet, whenever a new prophet would come, who came with a message that they did not like, I mean, the messengers, the prophets came and criticized them, telling them, what are you doing? This is not what the Almighty is expecting from you, you know. So each time they came with a message from God that they did not like, their desires did not accept. Quran says, is it not that istakbartum? You became arrogant. You know, if you read the Quran carefully, you will normally find that in such statements, the Almighty, instead of saying istakbartum, is saying kafartum. You committed kufr. Here it's saying istakbartum. You know why? Because the two are the same. Kufr is because of takabbur. Somebody does not accept the message of God. Well, there could be several reasons. The message has not been presented properly. So what is so wrong about it? A person is born into a different religion. And the poor chap has grown up and, he's living around you, your neighborhood, or he's your colleague or your class fellow or whoever, and you say he's a kafir. What do you mean? Kufr is out of arrogance. And this is something which even a Muslim can commit. So the Quran is absolutely clear that those who commit kufr are the ones who do not accept God's message because they are arrogant. So, istakbartum, you were arrogant. So, this is the allegation of the Quran, that this is what they did. And فَقَالُوا, and they said, قُلُوبُنَا غُلْفٌ. Sorry. فَفَرِيقًا كَذَّبْتُمْ وَفَرِيقًا تَقْتُلُونَ. One group amongst them you rejected, and the other you killed. You went as far as killing some prophets. And this is what we know, that as far as history goes, at least John the Baptist and his father Zachariah, Yahya alayhi salam and Zachariah alayhi salam were killed, probably. Others too must have been killed. But this is what you do, what you have been doing in the past. And you're so proud of your glorious past. Indeed, some part of your history is great. Prophets, good scholars, good noble people. But there have been evil people amongst your ancestors as well all along. And they've done things which were seriously problematic. So when they are presented with the message of the Almighty, وَقَالُوا قُلُوبُنَا غُلْفٌ, they say that our hearts are wrapped. Wolf. That is, whatever you do, we're not going to be impressed. What you are saying is not going to get into us. Why? We have believed in whatever we have believed in already. So try whatever you want. We're not even listening to you. Our hearts are closed. Imagine. This attitude is not acceptable. And there are many people who proudly say that. I already have formed an opinion. I'm sorry, I'm not going to listen to you. This is what the Jews would say. وَقُلُوبُنَا غُلْفٌ. Our hearts are wrapped. So nothing can penetrate. The Almighty responds by saying, no, it's not that your hearts are wrapped and they are now fully, uh, you know, blessed with the right belief. Bal, instead, la'anahullahu bi kufrihim. God has cursed them because of their kufr, because of their deliberate rejection of the truth. So that's what they would say, and the Quran has responded to them and says, فَقَلِيلًا مَا يُؤْمِنُونَ. So it's very little that they will believe. That is, belief is what you understand in truth, and you start taking it seriously. Some belief at the starting point, some part of the understanding of God's message is what all kafirs did get. That is why they're kafir. If somebody didn't have any idea of what the truth is, then he was not a kafir. So there was a little understanding that all of them got and then rejected. So فَقَلِيلًا مَا يُؤْمِنُونَ. Very little it is that they believe. So they begin to understand and then they withdraw. So that's what really is the problem. And then the Quran says, وَلَمَّا جَاءَهُمْ كِتَابٌ مِّنْ عِنْدِ اللَّهِ. And when there came to them a book from God, that is, these are the very people, the children of such ancestors, now in Medina, they are the ones. When lamma ja'ahum kitabum min indillah, when there came to them a book from God, musaddiqul lima ma'ahum, the book that is confirming what is already with them. That is confirming the prophecies that are there in the book that is already with them. Their books had prophecies of another prophet coming in the later times. And when that prophet came to them, who was confirming it, وَكَانُوا مِنْ قَبْلُ يَسْتَفْتِحُونَ عَلَى الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا. And before that, they were praying for victory against the rejectors of their religion. They're praying for victory on the basis of those prophecies against the other people, the people of Medina. They would say that very soon there is going to come a prophet who is mentioned in our books. We'll be with him and we'll fight against you. And because he's going to be the prophet of God, we'll defeat you. So that is what they used to say to the people of Medina who were not Jews. Such was their confidence in the coming of a new prophet. However, فَلَمَّا جَاءَهُمْ مَا عَرَفُوا. But when came the one whom they clearly recognized, كَفَرُوا بِهِ, they rejected it. فَلَعْنَةُ اللَّهِ عَلَى الْكَافِرِينَ. So curse be on these disbelievers. That is, they knew that he was God's messenger, God's prophet. They were looking forward to his arrival. They were telling other people that he's going to come. But when he came, because of their jealousy, because they wanted him to be from amongst the Jews, and it turned out to be against their wishes, they rejected him. So curse be on those who reject the truth knowingly. That is, they're going to be now deprived of God's mercy because they have rejected God's plan, his policies. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله